Everybody, this is for the razor that's the store brand. No, that's not it. Hold on. The Equate Razor. Um, the 3-blade rebuild. This guy. Um, so this demo is specifically for doing the bottom section right here. I had students did everything rounded and overbuilt, thinking maybe they'd be able to use a surface to extrude. Let me hide this. To be able to extrude a surface along where that white edge is, and just use that. But it's not too bad, but it's not exactly where it needs to be, because it needs to be in this shape. So this demo is to show how to get that shape the way that we want it. So first thing we're going to do is on the top plane, do a sketch of this. I had hidden my solid and surface body and was looking at this. This doesn't totally line up with the dimensions, so this is based off of the dimensions and fits the CAD appropriately. So make sure you're doing that. And then what I'm going to do is use this sketch, trim surface, and then we're going to keep this middle part. And then we are going to show our loft, look at it from the front there, so the side view. And then what I did, I have my dims. This is the parting line right here. And everything is still matching up with that parting line because how I built with all of these profiles, all the profiles are lining up. For the widest point, you can see how I've got the line going to that parting line. For the for this outer point, it matches this line. It pierces that parting line so that everything is right where it needs to be. Okay, so you can see here I can't just slice with this and have it run very smoothly. So what I ended up doing was using this. So I showed the picture from this view, and then I converted this sketch and then extended it out. Okay, so what we're going to do is using this sketch, we are going to, first, I jumped the gun a little bit. We are going to, oh yeah, no, we will. Okay, sorry guys. We are going to do what I was talking about doing. We are going to select the sketch, split line, and then split line this solid. So now we have two different surfaces here. And then I'm going to split line the side here going down. So front plane, let's see, I'll use that. So top plane, the sketch, create a sketch like that. So just past here, over here, and then surface curve, split line here. Just on that bottom part, we don't need the top. All right, and then what we're going to do, offset surface 0. So we're going to make a copy, select this top and side there, and then hide your solid body. So now we've got this. This isn't lining up very, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a boundary surface to get the edge that we want going around. And so right now you'll see this is sort of, this would be difficult to get to work, how we need this surface transition. So we are going to build to here and then transition over. I'm wondering, you know what, scratch that. Let's change from what I did originally because I kind of ran into trouble. Edit sketch. We're going to move this back. Why can't I see? I'm kind of guessing a little bit. That's not what I want to do, but actually, that was a good guess. Okay, we're going to leave it. You just want this to be a little bit over this way. I think that's the right move. And then what we're going to do is we need this to transition up this way. So to sweep up. So we are going to, on the front plane, sketch, I flipped it. Normal 2. Okay. Keeps moving. What doesn't matter. I'm going to convert this edge. And then I'm going to do a spline from here. I'm looking at kind of this distance to like here, let's say. I'm going to have this be tangent, so it's a smooth shift up. And then let's see what this looks like. Surface trim. No, we want to remove or rotate. Yeah, make sure we're getting all of it. This might be funky. We'll see what this looks like. Okay, no, that looks good. Okay, so I think that'll be okay. It might, so it's going to be easier if it transitions to a similar shape. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is on the front plane, a sketch. And we're going to make these little tabs that I like to do that are very handy. Oh, before we do that, I'm going to convert this edge because it makes it easier. We're going to look for that cylinder with the little line. That's that profile. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's try that again. Convert. But why? Okay, I'm not going to screw around with this. It's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to get out of this, roll this up, and then with the front plane, I'm going to split line this intersection with this. And now we'll have an edge just to build to, and it'll be worth it. Okay, so now, sketch 22, edit sketch. Now I've got an edge, so I can have it go here. Convert, and then I can do this, tangent, perfect. And then I want to select the surface. I'm holding shift, holding the edge, I'm still holding shift, the spline, tangent to face. So that's gonna be nice. And then this razor's got kind of a stronger leap up for this. So I'm gonna bring that forward a little bit. And then we'll do another spline over here. Perfect. This is actually going to have a vertical relation because this is where that is, that vertical relation, because we built everything off of the all right, tangent to face, that looks pretty good. And then surface, we're going to extrude these back 10 millimeters this way. It's already set up. Okay, so this is the only spot where things might get funky. So we're going to build up to like here and then see where it goes. So we're going to do some 3D sketches here. I'm eyeballing it and then I'm going to move around. We're doing splines. I would just want to give some guides so it's a smooth transition. I'm going to put these in now and then adjust as we go. I'm just laying them down. Anytime you have a surface split like this, you want to put one in because it'll kind of torque. Everything will get torqued a little bit. And then I'm going to add one. I'm going to add one here. And then because it's that shift there. So I'm going to go and adjust these a little bit. So I want this to be a little bit more, so it's the line is perpendicular to the curve to some degree. So not torquing it around. So I'm looking at that. Nice. So this is too much. With this guy up. Not all the way because this is starting to transition. So we'll leave, I think we'll leave this guy where he is. All right, that one. Okay, so now we need to get everything tangent. So we're going to select, I'm holding shift, the surface, the edge, and then the spline, tangent face. Surface, holding shift, edge, spline, tangent face. So you can see nice round. Surface, holding shift, edge, spline. Again, and repeat. And then we get that nice rounded edge. And this has, there's lots of ways to build this, obviously. We could do it where we built this out and then went straight down. But then you get into issue and then added a fillet in after. That's totally viable. But for this, with this transition in here, it's just easier to do it this way, I think. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm holding shift and selecting all three the whole way down for all of these. And then we're going to have this transition here. I'm going to pull this back a little bit and then pull this up a little bit. We'll see how this goes. This is a tricky spot earlier. Yay! It should be fine. Okay, so now we can do a boundary surface. Let's try doing the whole thing and see what happens. So I'm going to select the edge, and then I can select my sketch and it automatically went to the direct selection tool. I want the three arrows selected. And then that's torquing around. We'll see what happens with that. And then selection manager. I didn't even need to do selection manager for that, but I did it. But I do for this because there's multiple edges. See here from when I trimmed it. Here and here. Good. Try it again. Selection manager. I think the problem is over here. Right, yep, right here. Okay. It's actually looking pretty good, I think. Feeling positive here. And then we want this to be tangent. We want this to be tangent. We want this to be tangent because it's all smooth. And we want this. So all edges are tangent. And then say okay. And that got weird, like I thought it would. Okay, so, or is it okay weird? That might be okay. Let's see. That sketch. So we're just going to tone this down and see what that does. That helped. Okay, we're going to roll with that. I'm happy with that. That's similar. It's a funky spot on the object. That actually went really smoothly. Okay. better than the other time I did it. All right, so now we're going to delete these bodies. We're not going to hoard bodies. I don't think you guys, I have this custom. But you can go over here and then you can select these guys, right click, and then delete keep bodies. And then everything's saved, but then they're not, it makes it much easier here. So then we're going to mirror this over. Okay, feature mirror around the front plane. Bodies, this guy, there we go. Okay, that's very nice. I'm feeling very good about this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to surface knit. We're going to knit this all together. We're going to knit all that. Okay. Because now what we can, that looks good. Go me. I'm being silly. Okay. Show. So now, oh, now, hide. Now we can just do the planar surface here. And then we can just do this for how I did this. Knit, create solid. And then we're actually just going to delete this guy because we don't need him anymore. Done. Okay, so now we use that to create this flat edge. It was helpful. It's easier to create that full loft ahead of time. Just make sure your loft is looking really good. So now the overmold is going to be pretty straightforward from that because you can see here we've got it rolling through. We're actually going to do something that we haven't done before, but I think you'll appreciate it. So this has a, looks like a loft actually on the inside. Interesting. So what we're going to do is offset surface to 0. We're going to keep this whole thing solid because we're actually going to subtract the overmold out of it. 0. I'm going to hide this. And then, so let me show you what I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the picture. This, you can't. The overmold you can see goes on the inside and is actually rounded over. So the way that we're going to do that is, I haven't done this part before, so we'll see how this goes. Bear with me. I'm going to do a spline here. And then let's see. This is going to go up. This is going to go up because we don't want 0 thickness or any weird stuff. And then I'm going to get the picture and see what this is really looking like on that side view. That's why everything's labeled. Okay, this goes up pretty high. I'm going to do this right. Okay, I feel pretty good with that, I think. How about you guys? Okay, and then, oh good, this is all separate. Let's see if we can do this one on the first try. I hope we can. Okay. I think I'm going to try a lofted surface. Oh, I don't have a profile. Dang it. I gotta draw the profile. Duh. See if I have some planes I can use. That looks good. Let's do that. Sketch. We'll pierce this guy here. We're going to pierce this guy here. What is that coincident to? Pierce. There we go. And then this is just going to go horizontal because we're going to mirror it. This guy's going to do a nice little thing here. Feel confident enough in this. I'm eyeballing, obviously, but it's on the inside. I feel comfortable with my front line. Okay, so we're gonna do the loft. So I put this profile in, and now I tried to do 3D sketch, and that didn't work. I got lazy. Edit sketch, delete. So I'll just do 1 point per 3D sketch. Keep them separate. There. Okay, now, so I'm going to do a surface loft instead. This should not be this difficult. I'm just going to say this right now. And it's making me do the endpoints with just selecting that. Let me select it. It did. No, it didn't. Fine. There. Okay. Okay, it's going to work as a surface. It is not perfect, but it's pretty close. It's not really. It's not like in this. See if this helps it. Okay, it did help it. It's on the inside. It just needs to be pretty close and not really wonky. We're gonna run with this, and then we'll just close it up here. Okay, lofted surface. Oh. That's this. It wasn't working. See if it's a smaller tangent that needs. Why? Okay, this is on the inside, so I'm leaving it because time. You can baby it, I guess, if you want to, but there's no real reason to. So we're going to make this a solid now. Knit. Just click here. and create solid. Make sure these are all selected, or you can just not have gap control on. But gap control can be nice if things are really wonky. Okay, so now we've got a solid. Got a solid here and a solid here. We're going to leave those as separate solids. And I do like to, I'm going to change the color for this to, we'll have that inside be white, just for fun. And then this guy, this one will make it, we'll make it orange because that's what mine is. So now you can see where that is. It's right on there, and we'll subtract. We're going to make a duplicate and then subtract it out. But we're going to wait until we do this top part, which I'm going to do right now. Okay. Okay, looking down from the top, we are going to actually hide these now. Top plane sketch. I'm going to show the top view. There it is. I'm going to create a center line because we're going to mirror everything. And then just going to put this in. This is a teardrop shape. So I'm going to do the widest spot here and down. I'm going to make sure to do a horizontal or vertical relation so that when we mirror it, we don't get any funky dunkies. Vertical. This is all one spline. Super important. This is actually going to be not, I'm going to knock on all the wood, not too hard, I think. I'm hopeful. Okay. That's going to be weird. I don't want that. This needs to be smooth and not wobbly. Okay, now I'm going to show my solid body to make sure it's going to fit inside of here, and it's actually looking really good. Yay! I need to shrink this down a little bit. And yes, it's just a demo, but it matters. Okay, so then I'm going to mirror this. I'm gonna, so all the texture, we're gonna deal with that after. That's a later, that's a later thing. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, oh, this is gonna make subtracting it out tricky. We're actually gonna get this dip. Yep, we're gonna get the dip into this body, and then we'll thicken it. This one will just get thickened, and then we'll join it to the one below. I'm gonna make sure, yep, good. So making sure, see that little orange line for that one below, that there's a crossover point here because there's actually material connecting them. So I'm gonna do this surface curve split line here and here, and it's just the top now, which is nice. Split, and then let me turn this back on. There we go. Now we're going to offset surface 0. Oh, actually, what we need is to offset, not these guys. We're going to offset this to 0. Yep. Okay, now we're going to hide this body, and then I'm going to turn off our picture. We don't need that in the way. So we're back to, uh-oh. Oh no, we're good. Oh, that made me nervous for a minute, but it's okay. Haha. Okay, we're good. So now this whole thing just dips in, and this is gonna go pretty. What is that? Is it material? Is it just there to freak us out? Okay, whatever. Solidworks. I'm gonna save. Things are getting weird. Okay, save more often than what I'm doing. On your front sketch, whatever sketch intersects the middle of this, it's up here. We are going to do a spline, just 2 points. This is pretty straightforward. Rotate, have it go right here. It's not tangent, So this should help it go more smoothly. Come on. All right, I'm just gonna convert that edge, make this for construction, and now this has something to attach to really easily. I'm just gonna do the same thing here. I'm assuming it's gonna be weird. Convert for construction. Merge. And then from view from the side, above. So looking at my, I actually have this in front of me. This line needs to go below this edge because it dips down. So we're going to make sure that it goes below, but not too far, but it's definitely below. And it's more up here than down there. I think that's probably pretty good. We'll say, maybe like that. We'll say that. That looks good. Okay, so now I've got everything how I need it to be. So maybe we can do a boundary surface. Let's find out the hard way. It's gonna work. Ooh, it's gonna work. Okay. Yes. That's lovely. I feel very accomplished. So now we have a deal where we have this solid body. Oh, I can show you guys a trick. Okay. So instead of subtracting for this, oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm about to make things more complicated than they need to be. Show. And then what we're gonna, okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we're just gonna delete these faces. And then hide. Oops, sorry. We're gonna hide this guy. Yeah. And now what we're gonna do, I'm deleting everything except for this new one. So we deleted in the original body just this surface. And now in this one, I'm deleting this because we don't need any more. Just delete, not fill. Oh, I didn't knit it, so I can just delete the body. Okay, yeah. Delete body, because I never knit. So just delete that, and then, so I deleted in this guy, I deleted that. So now I can knit this together. Oh shit, hang on. Forgot to edit feature, create solid. Okay. So now, because now we have solids, and this is going to make, you might be like, wait, but why? So now we've got this guy, and now we need this to have some thickness. Again, we're going to add in that texture after. Okay, so what we're going to do for this, we're offsetting the surface, and that's where I was like, yeah, you're going to be like, why? But it'll make sense in a minute. We're going to hide our solid, and we're not messing with that for a minute. We're going to thicken this down. We need it to be thick enough to get that texture on, although that's texture looks like it's raised. So we'll do, let's do 1.5 millimeters. I think that's good. And then what we're going to do, hide this, is we are going to do a loft. Okay, so we need, all right, let's see, we plane. We need a plane that's between these both. I'm just going to do this. And then, oh no, I can't do that. I'm just going to have it be, no, ignore that. Nope, nope, nope. Dang it. All right, something, let me just move it. It's totally just jerry-rigging it. I just need this to be, I think this will be good. Let's see, well, 7.5. Perfect, okay. So now I'm going to do a sketch on this, and I'm just going to draw an ellipse. Yep, and then I'm going to split line surfaces, split line this surface. There we go. See what I'm doing here. And then another sketch. And rotate. I'm going to convert this so I can see it. I'm going to make it a construction line. And then it looks like it's straight below but bigger for the next one. So then you get, it's going to make your everything look very fancy, which is always the goal. Okay, surface, curves, split line. Perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do is on the front plane sketch, I'm just going to do these in the air. It's not patience. Coincident. Pierce. And then just eyeballing. Perfect. And then this guy here. Pierce. Coincident. Hopefully that works. And then, because I'm looking at, I can see the profile in here, and it's got that little bit of a curve to make it look good. And then I'm just going to do sketch, 3D sketch. I told you guys I'd help you out. Spline. Check to make sure it's not really weird because I didn't do it. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. And then we'll mirror that over. Mirror about. Front plane. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Front plane. Okay. Perfect. Now, feature. Please let's just do feature loft. There to there. Guide curves. Selection manager. All right. Love it. So now we've got one solid here. And then there is, you're going to want to do this before you do the subtraction. There's a pine. There's a, I'm going to do a simpler version of this, but I'll show you how I do this really quickly. Surface, offset surface. We'll do, it looks like it's like 0.75 millimeters up. We're going to hide that. And then we need a surface that's above, or a plane, I mean. Okay. Holding control, dragging it up, it just has to be up higher. Okay, sketch, and then You're going to draw in your, it's actually not too bad. So it's got a bunch of rectangles. Actually, delete that. We're going to do this right. Center line. Do your center rectangle. It's down here further. Good. You're going to be eyeballing this a little bit. It's okay. You can probably draw this in Illustrator and import it. There's that video on how to import from Illustrator you guys are supposed to have watched and done. That would be totally easier than this, probably. Pretty sure, 100%. All right, I'm going to stop myself here. There's more. And then what I would do is this. Make sure this is a vertical relation. This looks more like that. I'm going to mirror, oops, this over this. Then we're going to get our scissors. Trim it all out. Trim this, trim this, trim this. I could probably just mirror half of that, but whatever. In it to win it. Okay, that's looking good. And then palm trees. You guys are going to make this look pretty. This is not going to be pretty. I don't know why I'm doing this like this for you guys, but I am. If you're still watching this, you can send me a note saying something like, I'm not insane. Okay. I guess if I've come this far, I mean, really. Okay, palm trees. Make sure it's all closed forms. I'm just going to do straight. This palm tree's getting simplified. Do, 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 do. Crazy palm tree. I know. It hurts. It hurts a little bit, but I'm running out of time. Okay. Whew, that looks great. All right, so now we're going to, there's lots of ways to do everything. We're doing this one a little bit. We're going to go down to the body. Wait. There we go. Come on. No. Oh, I forgot to. It's going to work. I forgot to delete, oops, these, but I think I'm going to beat the system. No, I'm not. Okay, sketch, trim, do it right. Do it right. Here we go. Okay. Okay, we're good. I checked it. Should be good. There we go. All right. Up to body. Perfect. And then this for me is just usually faster because than doing the other deal. I can just do this, and then I'm going to do surface, cut with surface, not auto select. We're going to select, oh shit, no. Okay, fine. I'm going to, I totally lied. There's probably faster ways. Internet land, no hate, surface, trim, remove. This is the first time I'm going through this one. Okay, there, now this will be better. Surface, cut with surface. No, no, that way, that way. Up, perfect. And then delete that body. Okay, so now we've got this, and we need this to be empty because this is overmold. So this is how you do overmold. So what we need to do to be able to subtract is we need to make a copy of this. So we're going to type in copy, move copy bodies, and we already have it selected, copy, and then don't click anything here. And then we do not need to move it. We want it to be in exactly the same space. So now I'm going to hide one of these, and then we're going to do add, wait, combine, that's right. All right, go combine, and then we're going to subtract. This is our main body, and we're going to subtract this guy, this one, from that body. Subtract. Ta-da! And there you have it. Now you have two separate bodies. So you've got your, yeah, white, and then this is going to be, make it the orange. Okay. And now you can go in and add in I would do a pattern for that grip texture. So, and again, to make that, it looks like it's actually extruded cut out of it. So I would do, yeah, we'll get to that in another video. Stop.